What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be doing another special video. In my last video, I discussed my top 10 list of the worst movies of 2023. In today's video, I saved the best for last. I'll be giving you my top 10 list of the best movies of 2023. Before I dive into my list, there's a few things that I wanted to mention. So I didn't see every single film that came out in 2023. There's a lot of movies that came out in 2023, so it's just not possible for me to see every single one. And this top 10 list is based off of my personal opinion, so your list might be different from mine. I've crafted this list based off of not only my personal opinion, but also my critical opinion. Also, in this list, you won't get actual in-depth reviews for each movie that I'm going to be talking about. It's just going to be me briefly explaining why I enjoyed the film, and it's also just going to be me explaining why I ranked the film in the specific order. That's it. Here's my list. Number 10. Talk to Me. So many people, including myself, have been begging Hollywood to create original content, and Talk to Me is that original content. This film was made by YouTubers trying to make it in Hollywood, and oh boy, did they make it. This is a complete original horror film that is not only scary, it has a great story, and it also has amazing characters. For me, I was just blown away with how real and gritty this film was, and the ending gave a twist that really blew me away. Talk to Me is exactly what I'm looking for in new films for not only horror, but in films in general. So Talk to Me was excellent. You made the list. Number 9, Godzilla Minus One. Most people have Godzilla Minus One at number 1 on their list. I'm the odd one out, and I have it number 9. Now, I'm going to have pitchforks in the comments, but for me, I loved Godzilla Minus One. I think this film is absolutely amazing. Not only is it the best Godzilla film I've ever seen, I just love what they tried to do. Godzilla in this film is the most terrifying Godzilla has ever been, and he also looks magnificent with the $15 million budget this film had to work with. Also, my biggest problem with the Godzilla films I've seen is that the characters in those movies are the reason why those movies don't succeed, because they're so horribly written that you can't get behind them at all. In Godzilla Minus One, these are magnificent characters that you actually care about, and they can carry this film from start to finish. Godzilla Minus One was an absolute masterclass in regards to not only Godzilla / monster films, but a great cinematic experience. So congratulations to Godzilla Minus One, you made the list. Number 8. The Super Mario Bros. Movie. As a huge Mario fan, this film did exactly what I wanted it to do. I've been waiting a long time for an actual representation of Mario to the big screen, and what Illumination did was nothing but fantastic. Mario was brilliantly played by Chris Pratt, and the entire film did exactly what you would think it would do, because they actually cared about the source material. This is a fun journey, not only for the entire family, but for anyone that actually cares about the character. Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, and the entire cast give you an authentic experience into the Mushroom Kingdom and the Mario world, and they pretty much check off every cool box that you can think of if you played the games. I loved this movie. I thought Illumination knocked it out of the park, and the Super Mario Bros. Movie was fantastic. So congratulations, you're on the list. Number 7, The Sound of Freedom. The Sound of Freedom was definitely impactful and emotional. This movie stars Jim Caviezel as he plays as an investigator looking into crimes on child trafficking. So for me, I thought this movie was a huge thrill ride. It had amazing acting from Caviezel and the rest of the cast. The writing is brilliant, and the direction is magnificent. The entire purpose from Angel Studios is to spread awareness on the heinous crime of child trafficking. That's pretty much the entire reason why this movie exists. So I'll give props to Caviezel and Angel Studios for making this film, because a lot of other people wouldn't. So congratulations to Sound of Freedom, you're on the list. Number 6, Tetris. This is the biggest surprise on the list. I never thought that I was going to like a movie about how Tetris was made as much as I did after I watched the film Tetris, but Taylor Edgerton stars in this film and he's magnificent. This film is great not only because of Edgerton's performance, but this is a truly interesting story on how Tetris was made. Tetris is not a game that I usually play, but is something that I've definitely played before and I know about. So when it was created, this game was extremely popular and it was definitely a huge success throughout the world. So watching this film, it's just a huge, interesting fight to see who gets the rights to Tetris, where it lands. There's a whole deal between Taylor Edgerton's character and Russia. This film is magnificent. It's a huge thrill ride. I loved everything about it. So congratulations to Tetris. You're on the list. Number 5. Killers of the Flower Moon. It shouldn't be a surprise, but Martin Scorsese lands on my list with his Killers of the Flower Moon. This is a great film directed by Scorsese, but it's also a magnificently crafted story that involves the murders of this Indian tribe. This movie stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro, which they do a magnificent job once again in a Martin Scorsese picture, and this movie basically has everything that you're looking for. It's true cinema at its finest. Even though I do think it's a bit long, I truly enjoyed the murder mystery and the characters and the environment Scorsese had to offer. So congratulations to Scorsese and the people who made Killers of the Flower Moon. You made my list. Number 4, Mission Impossible 7, Dead Reckoning Part 1. Tom Cruise does it again. He knows exactly what he's doing in regards to action films, and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is one of the movies that I really truly enjoyed when I saw it in 2023. This is a great action film that continues a great franchise. This is a good story that involves this bomb that needs to be prevented from going off, and Tom Cruise is magnificent in this film. He's not only running for his life as usual that he does in the Mission Impossible franchise, he also jumps off a cliff with a motorcycle. There's a lot of action-packed stuff when it comes to Mission Impossible 7. This is a movie that I truly loved. It's one of the best films I saw all year, and it's the reason why it's on this list. But this is another great installment to the Mission Impossible franchise, so congratulations to Tom Cruise and the people who made Mission Impossible 7. You're on the list. Number 3. Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan returns to make one of his best films he's ever created. For me, when I watched Oppenheimer, I thought it was nothing but magnificent. With a 3-hour biopic on the guy who created the atomic bomb for America in World War II, was nothing but a thrilling and exciting time. Cillian Murphy stars as Oppenheimer, and his performance is magnificent. He carries this movie absolutely 100% from start to finish, and Christopher Nolan provides an experience that is gritty but is truly interesting. You deal with a lot of stuff, not only through the science of creating this bomb, but the aftermath of this bomb being created and being deployed in Japan. So Oppenheimer was a brilliant comeback from Christopher Nolan, and I thought it was nothing but fantastic. So congratulations to everyone who made Oppenheimer. You're on the list. Number 2. The Iron Claw. Some people are going to say this is recency bias. I just saw this film in December, but I truly enjoyed this film. This is a magnificent sports film. I'm a huge sports fan, so this movie connected with me on many levels. But I'm not a huge wrestling fan, but this movie made me a big time wrestling fan while I was watching the movie. Zac Efron plays the main member of the Von Erich family, and he blows his performance out of the water. This story follows the Von Erich family in their wrestling career. It's very emotional and it has a lot of things that it has to tend to. It does a great job not only exploring the family itself, but showcasing the wrestling that is in this film. I truly enjoyed this movie. There's nothing that I can say that is bad about it. There's a lot of lows and there's a lot of highs in this film, and the wrestling was done great. And overall, this is just a great time. So congratulations to the Iron Claw. You made my list at the number 2 spot. Number 1, the best movie of 2023, Air. If you know me personally, this is probably not a surprise that I chose Air to be my favorite / the #1 film of the year, but Air follows the real life story of how Michael Jordan got his shoe deal with Nike. So this film is directed by Ben Affleck and stars Matt Damon and a whole lot of other people. This is a really truly interesting sports film that surrounds a shoe deal on Michael Jordan. Now again, when I introed this portion, I said if you know me personally, you would probably not be shocked that I picked Air. I'm a gigantic basketball fan, so this movie was right up my alley, and I was really hoping that it was going to be successful in regards to me liking it and other people liking it, and I definitely enjoyed it. Ben Affleck knows exactly what he's doing, and in this film, he makes a super invested thriller / deal-making movie about how Michael Jordan successfully made his shoe deal with Nike. This is not only a great movie for just normal people to watch, but sports fans could truly enjoy it because it's something that has never been explored, and it's just really good. So congratulations to Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and everyone who made Air. You made my list at #1. There you have it. That's my list for the top 10 best films of 2023. If you have a list or if you have a favorite film of 2023, let me know down below in the comments. And before I go, I want to give a huge thank you to anyone that supported my channel in 2023. For those who may know, in December of 2022, I restarted my YouTube channel, and so technically 2023 was my comeback year. So to anyone who liked my videos, subscribed, or watched any of my videos, I do really appreciate it. I love doing this stuff. I love talking about movies. So what I did in 2023 will pretty much be the same, maybe even more in 2024. Again, thank you for everyone that watches me and supports me. I do really appreciate it. But that will be it for this video. If you liked it, make sure you click that like button and consider watching another video on this channel. And if you like the stuff that I do here, make sure you're subscribed. That way I can see you next time. Till then, be yourself, and I will see you next time. Peace.